We are live from. Wait, we're not doing the.
Wait, what?
Where are we at right now?
What? Hold up, Francisco.
Yo, we're in person.
Hold up.
Yo, what's this about?
Whoa.
Yo, it's about.
Hey.
Whoa.
Look at this.
What's this about? Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. It's been too long. We have a shift
At Phillies
episode. Yeah, at the Phillies game.
Yeah.
We were at the Phillies game, but we have not recorded an episode in person, I think, in almost a year. Cooperstown was the last time we did it.
It's been about probably 9 months.
Yes.
It's been about 9 months. So it's been a while, but it's good to see you, bud.
Dude, it's good to see you too.
Thank you for finally. I know you moved and everything.
Yeah.
Beautiful house here.
Yeah.
You know, you got your man cave upstairs.
Yeah.
It's a little too hot out there. It's
Yeah.
down here.
No,
beautiful air conditioning.
you might not have made it past about 10 minutes. You know, you're getting older now.
Right,
You got to make sure you're in the air conditioning.
You're a SpongeBob guy, right?
I'm a SpongeBob guy. Yeah, absolutely.
But do you remember the episode where they needed water?
Yes, that would have been you.
I would have been dying.
And you're up there in age. You got to take care of the older folk.
Right, exactly. Yo, you're out of pocket sometimes, man. Out of pocket.
30 years old.
30 years old, man. Man, I'm 30. Sometimes it can sound 40. But yeah, I try to make it work. But but thank you for having me in the household. We had our whole setup. You know, you can see behind the scenes kind of look at where we're at on our X and IG. We have it up on the IG story.
Yeah.
The shift_media, as well as the same on X. And I took a picture of the setup. It's nice. But Nick, we got a podcast to do.
We do. We have a show. We have a show to do. There's a lot to talk about.
Oh, absolutely. We have a live blind ranking. Nick's going to give me a blind ranking today. So I'm excited to do that. So we'll get to that in a little bit. We will talk about O'Neal versus Elly de la Cruz.
Really? I'm going to smoke you in that one. We're bringing back Elly versus O'Neal. I loved that one. That was a fun one because they both kind of came up around the same time. Both have the last name Cruz, so it only fits. So that'll be a fun discussion right there. Elly versus O'Neal. And there's a multitude of things that we got to hit, but I know where you want to start.
Yeah, Nick. So it's time to, and I feel like this has been kind of building. If you look at Aaron Judge's numbers the last couple of years, Nick, all he does is break records. He has been putting up numbers, and I've been saying this, and I know a lot of others have been saying this as well, and maybe some Yankees fans before the postseason struggles, and I get it. But Aaron Judge has been putting up numbers that we really have not seen since Barry Bonds, the last 3 to 4 years, outside of Judge getting hurt a couple of years ago. He has been able to put up numbers that we really have not seen since the early 2000s steroid era, specifically at Barry Bonds. And Nick, at this point, I still think we are not appreciating him enough. And I don't care that it's because he plays for the Yankees, and I get it. It's because people look down upon the playoff numbers. Well, when you're in the Yankees, you have to perform, and I get it. I totally get it. But Nick, other guys like Barry Bonds, by the way, Barry Bonds up until the 2002 World Series had bad postseason numbers. Doesn't take away from the fact that he was putting up ungodly numbers. I get it. Postseason does count. But it doesn't take away from the fact, Nick, that he was putting up unreal numbers. We're talking about where we're calling him the most feared hitter to ever live. Doesn't take away from that. Doesn't take away. And I get it. 02 World Series, he put up unreal numbers. But Aaron Judge also, 4 or 5 years ago, was hitting, I forget what series it was, hit over 400. Hit over 400. So Judge has had good playoff numbers before. I know in recent years he hasn't done it. But Bonds did the same thing. Bonds was bad before the 02 World Series with the Pirates and with the Giants too. Didn't take away from that. Aaron Judge, I wish I could pull up the stats right now. But you've seen it. I know we've all seen it. Look at Aaron Judge's numbers. I think that his last 154 games from May of last year up until now, compared to Barry Bonds' 2001 season, identical. Outside of Bonds hitting 73 home runs, Judge little less, but I mean, who else has done 73 home runs? Nick, Aaron Judge is absolutely underappreciated. The numbers he is putting up, what he's been able to do. Look at the last month, right? The first month of the season, over 400, a 500 on base percentage. I mean, if it wasn't for Cal Raleigh, who we're going to get to here in a couple minutes too, he'd be leading the league in home runs. Aaron Judge is 100% underappreciated. Gotta appreciate him more, man. Gotta appreciate him more.
Are you done? You done?
The floor is yours. It's your house. I'll give you the
All
floor.
right. Listen, he had an amazing April. He is the first player since the introduction of the DH in 1973 to lead in home runs, batting average, and RBIs. It's unreal. It's unreal. That's unreal stuff. I get it. I understand. Okay? Amazing start to the season. We appreciate Aaron Judge. What do you mean we underappreciate? The premise of the question is the problem. Shohei Ohtani does two things very well. Aaron Judge probably going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. Okay, pretty clear. I understand his numbers to start this year have been great. He's had good numbers throughout his past, but this is someone who chokes when it matters most. I pulled up some numbers, by the way, going through his postseason career. Okay, it's a tough. I had a tough time looking at this.
That. The last few years, yeah, they've been bad, but
he played in 14 postseason games in 2024. He batted .184, 3 home runs. This is coming from a guy who can hit 60+ home runs. Are you serious? 3 home runs in 14 games? That's not good enough. 2022, $139 in 9 games. Not getting it done. 2021, batted .250, only played in 1 game. Wild card that year. 2020, 7 games, $133. He hasn't had a good postseason since 2019. To be one of the greats, having the postseason success really matters. Now, going back to the question, is he underappreciated? No. I think we appreciate Aaron Judge at a good rate. I don't think we overappreciate him. I don't think we underappreciate him. He's putting up fantastic numbers, all-time numbers, great in the regular season. It's awesome. But he doesn't do it in the postseason. He floundered last year. We all remember when he fell apart in center field. Defensively, that matters too. Those moments matter. I don't think we underappreciate him. I think we give him enough appreciation. It's fine. Listen, he's had a great start to the year. No one's taking that away from him. But we can't sit here and say he's underappreciated. Aaron Judge is very much appreciated. And he's compensated like that as well. So I don't want to hear it. What do you mean he's not? He's in New York.
He's on pace to have like a 16.
What do you want him?
Season, man. He's on pace to have a better Babe Ruth. Look, according to the real, Barry Bonds. Go watch.
I'm not taking anything away from this season. It's not that.
Too.
Okay, and what happened? I just read you the numbers of the postseason.
Yeah, I'm talking about the last 3 years.
184. And
we have to take into consideration the last 3 years too. Look at what Aaron.
He's a great regular season player. And it matters, but he falls apart when it matters most. And that means a lot to me. I hold a lot of value to the postseason. Juan Soto showed up last year in the postseason. Aaron Judge did not. He did not come through in the postseason last year. Had a chance to win the World Series and did not do it. He did not come through.
So, all right. So just posing the question out there. So if Judge were to have a good postseason this year, if he has a good postseason this year, does that automatically change your mind about him?
It would. To think he's underappreciated?
Well, see, that's what I just think that he's not being talked about enough what he's doing right now. I still don't think it's being talked about what he's doing.
I think it's talked about enough.
I think, again, the rates, what he's done over the last 160 games, in comparison to Bonds here, plus 2020, 23 or 22 when he hit the 62 home runs. And plus last year when he hit the 58. I think it's just not being talked about enough. How, we talk about Ohtani, right? We talk about how amazing Shohei Ohtani is and what he's done for the sport. It's not being talked about enough. And again, I get it. It's a little more emphasized when we talk about Aaron Judge in the postseason when he's a New York Yankee. I totally get that. But I'm talking about We talk about Barry Bonds, right? We talk about Barry Bonds, the most feared hitter of all time. We talk about getting him in the Hall of Fame, even though he took steroids, because of how amazing, incredible he was. I think Aaron Judge should be, is having one of the best peaks of all time in Major League Baseball history, and we're not talking about it enough. That is my point.
We're talking about it right now. We're literally talking about him right now.
The topic is that, but I feel like
Are you talking about the national media is not appreciating Aaron Judge enough? Because I think they are.
I think it's amongst the fans. This is amongst the national media and maybe not national media.
I see Aaron Judge discussions all the time and what he's doing. I don't think
it's enough, though. I don't think it's enough.
What else do you want him to do? You want to bow down to the judge? I mean, what are we doing? Yeah. My gosh.
So do you take away, all right, Willie Mays, right? One of the GOATs.
Yes.
You know what his postseason numbers were?
Okay.
668 OPS. 668 OPS. 248 batting average.
But we appreciate Willie Mays.
But what I'm saying is, okay, but he had bad postseason numbers. Is that automatic?
I'm not taking anything.
But take away from Aaron Judge. But why aren't you saying
I'm taking it away from Aaron Judge because he is appreciated. He is appreciated. The World Series numbers, the postseason numbers over the past couple of years have floundered. So it's not like we talk about Aaron Judge plenty, and we talk about him for the bad, for the good, for all of it. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, look, Willie Mays had, but what I'm asking you though, so the postseason numbers diminish Judge's value for you, right?
Yes.
Does that do the same for Willie Mays then?
No, it doesn't.
So why doesn't
Willie Mays is a unicorn. Willie Mays is one of the all-time greats. He's one of the all-time greats ever.
Aaron Judge might be too. When it's said and done, he might be.
Yeah, all right, let's relax a little bit.
Why not?
Let's relax. And we have to remember his age right now. Look at his age right now, too. He's in his 30s at this point.
Okay, and I'm saying, what if Judge...
Does he have enough throughout his career?
I mean, he's on a Hall of Fame pace right now.
Yeah, I would say he's on a Hall of Fame pace.
Yeah,
but to put him in Willie... Are we putting him...
Okay, so we
put him on that pedestal of Bonds and Willie Mays?
We talk about Sandy Koufax, who shouldn't even be in the Hall of Fame because he didn't have a long enough
career.
Oh,
my God.
Sandy Koufax, we talk about him being one of the best pitchers of all time because of his last 4 or 5 years in the majors because they were that incredible. Maybe we might be talking about Aaron Judge for his peak like that a little bit. I don't know. But obviously we're not going to agree on
Okay.
This. So you think he's appreciated enough?
But, yeah, I think he's appreciated enough. And by the way, Willie Mays actually won a World Series.
Yeah, but it's a team sport.
Okay, but he won a World Series.
Here's my thing.
Won a World Series.
Listen,
he has a ring. I'm just saying. That matters.
Yeah, but it's a team sport.
I understand that.
Guys can have bad postseasons and still win a World Series.
I understand that.
The rest of their teammates pick them up. The Nationals, Howie Kendrick has a big postseason, and it's a big part of the reason why they win the World Series. I mean, Tommy Edman had a...
Okay, but he also had...
Ohtani didn't have a great postseason.
But Willie Mays also had an iconic play in the World Series.
Was that in the World Series?
The catch.
Was that in the World Series?
Yes.
Yeah, I always thought it was a regular season game. Is it meat and potatoes time yet? So I'm curious to pretty much, I guess, end the open. Unless you have anything else left to say. Anything else left to say?
He is appreciated enough. I'm tired of here. You know what I love doing? I love trolling Yankees fans.
Oh, I know.
My one buddy is a giant Yankees fan. He was sending me stuff about Aaron Judge, how great he is. I love saying I'm just not impressed. I just send back that I'm not impressed, and they lose their mind.
And if it was Bryce Harper, people like.
I texted him something that Schwarber was leading Judge in. I forget what it was. It was something, and he lost his mind.
Yeah,
it was pretty funny. So please keep trolling your Yankees friends. It's a lot of fun. Just say, you're not that impressed by Aaron Judge. He's talked about enough.
Yeah, I'll say this: the first in-person show at your house, I've won this argument. I appreciate you for playing, whatever.
You might be the only one that thinks you won that argument. He has talked about plenty.
Twitter poll right now.
He's talked about plenty. He's appreciated enough. Okay, I don't know what else he wants you to do. Are we going to rise? I'm surprised you didn't all rise for Aaron Judge. I'm surprised. Yeah, you'll be out of the shot. But I'm surprised you didn't rise for Aaron Judge as they do in the outfield of Yankee Stadium.
I'm putting out the tweet right now. Is Aaron Judge under.
We are pre-recording, so you do have to say this. And it is a
Saturday.
Saturday.
I know. By the way, shout out to Kevin Stocker.
I will never forget that.
I will put that right into the YouTube video.
In case you are just joining us for the first time, you didn't see that episode, Kevin Stocker. We did an interview with Kevin Stocker right after the Phillies were out, or out of the postseason.
Yeah, right. They lost to the Mets. Yep.
They lost to the Mets, and it was on a Friday night. And I don't know, did he do it live?
Yeah.
It might have been after the fact. He's like, you guys really have nothing else to do?
Either
Friday night?
Either sent it to us before the show started or right at the beginning of the show. I feel like he said it during the show.
He might have.
Go back and I'll insert it here.
Yes.
So
we'll find that clip.
Yeah.
But he did say it to us because I remember vividly. Do you guys have anything, like, literally, he didn't, this wasn't word for word, but it was like something along the lines of, do you guys have anything better to do on a Friday night?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said to us on air.
Now, when you're 30 years old, I understand maybe you want to stay in a little bit more.
29.
Just saying, you know. 29. Start getting.
I was out of karaoke last night. Settle down. What were you doing last night?
I went to bed.
Yeah. Oh, who's the old one? Who's the old man? Oh, Fred, I would go out tonight, but I got to be up at like 12 noon, and I usually I'll sleep until 5.
Dude, I could sleep all day if I wanted to.
So this is a special edition of the Meat and Potatoes because we didn't eat
yet. Dude, we did not. We did not.
To be honest, and we no disrespect to the listeners. What happened?
I got you. No, I was throwing our graphic up. You know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought like something happened to the broadcast.
No, I'm doing double duty over here.
You are. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. Everyone appreciates you.
I understand.
But especially this in Meat and Potatoes because we haven't eaten yet.
No.
And maybe we'll just discuss it right here, what we're going to have. I don't know. You want to discuss it? What are you in the mood for? We're going to go out after this.
Yeah. After this recording, I don't know what I want. I could go for some wings.
Dude, you know me. I
could go for some wings. I like, maybe we'll go some wings.
I could go for some wings.
Yeah.
I haven't had wings in a couple weeks.
Cheesesteak, maybe.
I could go for the works.
Cheesesteak.
I'm starving.
I am starving. Did you see that trend on TikTok?
What's the trend?
That people are going up when they're like hungry. They're like, I think it's like you say to someone, you say to the person, somebody from their past, like an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend or something, or a friend or something like that. And you go, man, I'm so hungry. I could eat so-and-so. And like yeah. It's pretty funny. It's a TikTok trend right now.
There's TikTokers, man.
I just bought some pants off TikTok.
Yeah, that's weird. You told me that. There's just stuff you don't say on air. I mean, there's some stuff you
dude, they're comfortable. $12.
TikTok.com.
TikTok. No, you can't even get it right. You're old. TikTok shop. That's where I got it off of. Okay.
You doom scroll on TikTok. You're doom scroller.
I am a doom scroller.
Follow us on TikTok, by the way.
Yeah. Plug the shift, would you?
The shift underscore.
What are we talking about next?
_shift_. So first up on the meat potatoes though, and this is interesting because my gosh, Cal Raleigh had a big night last night at Texas. Now with 2 dingers, and now is the league leader right in front of Aaron Judge, Kyle Schwarber, Tyler Soderstrom, Eugenio Suarez. Now the major league leader in home runs, Nick. Cal Raleigh, if you look at his career arc so far, a couple of years ago, 27 homers, 2 years ago, 30, 34 last year, on pace for, I would say, at least 50, somewhere around there. Nick, the question I have for you, so before Salvi Perez, a couple of years ago in 2021, the last catcher to lead the majors in home runs, Johnny Bench, 1972, with I think at least 42 or 40. Nick, can Cal Raleigh, 5 weeks of the season, major league leader in home runs, can he be the second since Johnny Bench with Salvi a couple of years ago to lead the majors in home runs this year?
You know what they
at the end of the year.
You know what they call him, right? Do you know his nickname?
I do. Once you say it, I'll remember.
The Big Dumper.
The Big Dumper. Yeah.
He's really good. Really good.
Great.
Defensively, he's really good too.
Clutch.
Like, let's not even just say the bat. I mean, the power numbers are there, obviously. But when you're talking about behind the dish, throwing guys out, pop time, I mean, he's legit. He's one of the best catchers in baseball. Okay.
And by the way, he played 153 games last year.
Yeah, I mean he's durable.
Yeah, 153.
So you bring up the question: can he do what Bench did? And it kind of goes back to our first topic with Aaron Judge.
Right.
It's a guy named Kyle Schwarber too. I don't think he'll be number one. I don't think he'll lead the league by the end of the year. He'll be right there.
Be top 3?
He could be top 3.
That'd be big.
I could see top 3. I'll stick with. I'll say top 3. Yes, top 3. You can make an argument for. I think he can end up there. But if you're going number 1, going past those guys, I mean,
tough thing to do. Man.
I can't say he's going to be ahead of Judge at the end of the year. I don't think he'll be ahead of Schwarber because Schwarber has been tearing it up as well. I'll say I think he could go top 3. Third, sure. That's really good though for a catcher.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm just looking at Rally's games played. So 119 in 2022 when he had 27. That's a lot in 119 games. 145 in 2023 and then 153 last year. Plays a lot of games. He I think he DH'd like 19 games last year. Yeah, I don't think he ends up there. I'm right there with you. I look at guys like obviously Aaron Judge. The way he's been playing, as long as he stays healthy, he's my pick to lead the majors in home runs.
And he's underappreciated.
Yeah.
I mean, really, come on.
He is. He's underappreciated.
Come on.
He's underappreciated. Okay, we're not going to go back to that because we might end up hurting each other. We might fight. We don't want that. That kick his ass. But,
whoa!
Listen, man, we're not going to explore that too much. Okay. Try to keep it professional here on the shift.
We keep it professional on here.
We don't say the F word. Don't say
you're
it.
getting a little older. Remember, you're getting a little older.
It's going to slip my mind.
You might slip your mind, and remember, I'm in my prime. You're starting to go.
I'm great. What are you talking about? I was at karaoke last night. I was doing Basket Case by Green Day. I was moshing last week. I saw Poison the Well. I'm sure about Poison the Well. OG metalcore band. Come on, man. Disrespect me like that. Anyway, so I would put more stock in somebody like, obviously, like Kyle, especially Schwarber.
Yeah.
Because Schwarber's in a contract year, and he seems like he's the only one from the Phillies that actually wants to play baseball.
True.
And that's the whole, we're Phillies fans here, so of course we can get into a whole thing. And Pete Alonso, by the way.
Yeah.
Those are the type of guys I'm putting more stock into. I can see Cal Raleigh maybe going in top 5, maybe, or something like that. But also majors is hard. American League, maybe top 3.
So if you look at where the home run leaders are right now, as of this recording today, what's today? May 4th? May 3rd. May 3rd, sorry. Raleigh, Judge, Schwarber, Suarez, Carroll, Hernandez, Teoscar Hernandez, Logan O'Hoppe, Polanco, Rooker.
And Trout's up there, by the way.
Trout's up there, too. You have like 10 guys tied for with 9 home runs.
I know.
So I think Rooker will make a play up there too. I love Brent Rooker. I love Brent Rooker. Plays for one of my teams, the A's. I have family lineage.
Yeah, you have a family of teams that you love.
Lineage.
Reds, Phils, A's, Pirates. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, it's part of my lineage. The Athletics. They're not Oakland.
Yeah,
no Oakland, no Sacramento.
I know.
It's weird. But I think listen, top 3, top 5, sure. Number 1, I don't think he'll end up there. He's only up by 1 home run right now. So
2.
He's got 12 according to MLB.
And then Judge
has 11.
Oh, Judge has 11? I thought he
Judge has 11. As of the time of this recording, 11.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I know.
But sorry, I'm not gonna. That's disrespectful. That's a babyish to me. That's kiddish. I'm not gonna do that again.
I know you're 30 now.
That's rude.
You're 30 now. You got gray. I see the gray. Oh man.
My dad didn't get grays until he was like 50. Okay,
all right.
Settle down. I got 20 more years till that happens. All right. So we'd love to know we actually put a poll out on X as well. There's a couple polls out right now. There's the Aaron Judge underappreciated one. There is, and by the way, the voting's gonna be screwed for that because I voted no by accident. So
you're rigging the own poll.
Maybe I'm helping you out. And by the way, I'll just say right now, it's 44% say yes, and I would be tied right now if I didn't say no. So on Twitter, you can also vote for do you think Cal Raleigh can lead the majors in home runs by the end of the season? That's the shift_media. You can vote there. Okay, let's get to the next topic. Let's go with something we said we were going to do more of last year. We didn't do a whole lot of it because O'Neal, Cruz kind of, went in and out last year as far as his numbers went, unfortunately. So, didn't really work well for my argument. I wanted O'Neal to have a little better of a season. Nothing against Elly. I love Elly. But, for narratives purposes, I didn't bring it up to you as often because,
yeah, you strayed away.
Yeah, I strayed away. But it's time to bring it back because
O'Neal's doing good again, so let's bring it back.
Let's be real. If you don't know, last year we did a whole Cruz versus Cruz thing, O'Neal versus Elly, even though O'Neal's playing the outfield now, so this isn't as much of a strong comparison. But still, size-wise, very similar. Big guys, big left-handed power bats. Unique. Talk about unicorns. They're both unicorns.
Yep.
Nick, Elly is technically the more valuable player right now in terms of WAR. But O'Neal Cruz is 1,000 times better right now through the season so far. The better offensive player. He has a 144 OPS plus. He has 8 home runs. He's leading the majors in steals. O'Neal
by one. He's leading Elly by 1.
Doesn't matter.
14 to 13. All right.
Italicized bold.
Oh my God!
It is the lead.
Leads by 1 stolen base. So let's chill.
Let's be real though. The OPS is miles better than Elly right now. I value OPS a lot.
I know you do.
And so, but okay, so it's conflicting because Elly's technically a more valuable player right now. O'Neal, work on your defense, buddy.
Elly has to
work on your defense. -9 defensive run save for what it's worth through the season so far. Kyle Schwarber had -30 defensive run save in the outfield. A couple of years ago, they converted him to DH. Do you want to play the field or do you want a DH? Maybe it is DH. I don't know. But your fielding sucks. They moved you off shortstop for Isaiah Kiner for Lefa. What an embarrassment to center field. You suck. But I like you still. You suck in the field. Improve. So that's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yeah, so that's an update for you.
Well, I'll tell you what. Elly has the more important stat that he's better in, which is way ahead of him.
Batting
268. I'm just saying. He's batting 268 right now compared to I had it down here 245.
Oh, wait, you don't appreciate Aaron Judge's batting average, leading 421 batting average.
Did I ever say I didn't appreciate it? I said we appreciate it.
Emphasize it enough.
I don't need to. It speaks for itself.
But you emphasized
speaks for itself.
All right.
Bat 427. What else? What do you want me to say?
Go ahead. Keep talking.
Okay. He's miles ahead in batting average right now. Okay. And he also has more RBIs, 24 to 17. He's batting more runs in. He has 5 home runs compared to his 8, which is fine because he's got a more balanced approach at the plate. He's hitting for contact as well. So listen, O'Neal's had a great start to the season. Defensively, had a little bit of struggles, which is fine. And O'Neal has more power. Great. Fine. Whatever. Elly can do it all. And the stolen bases thing, he'll be right there. He'll eclipse him at some point this season. Okay? So I'm not too worried about Elly De La Cruz having a better year than O'Neal. It's still early. It's May. Elly's had a great start to the season too. So I'm all good with it. And also O'Neal has a higher strikeout rate as well. They're close, but he does have the higher strikeout
rate. No one cares about
just
strikeouts
saying.
Anymore.
Just saying.
He's a better hitter. By the way, O'Neal would also probably have more RBIs if he wasn't hitting first and second in the lineup. Where's Elly hitting in the lineup? Do you even know?
Elly's been all over the place, so he's been all over.
But O'Neal's been mostly hitting first and second. That does play a part. RBI,
okay, but he gets opportunities in the middle of the game.
RBI is a horrible statistic at this point in life. We don't do that anymore. I just want to look up where Elly is hitting in the lineup right now. It's going to take me 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. There it is. Look, he hits third in the lineup. Bing, bing, bing. Yep. When you got 2 runners on. To start,
you realize O'Neal gets an opportunity to be at the plate more, being first, right? He'll get more at bats. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It'll be fun.
Another argument.
But here's the thing: it'll be fun the rest of the season. I'm glad to see O'Neal. I'm glad to see O'Neal. Well, I'll shake your hand. Yeah, I should have brought out my Elly jersey.
Well,
should have brought it out. But. I should have. I could go behind the scenes and go grab it, but it's all right. It's
no,
in the closet.
I was going to say, should I tell them what you were wearing earlier?
I had something on earlier.
Okay.
Something.
I don't want to put it out.
Wasn't Elly. But
Right.
we'll talk about that later.
It was a Matt McClain shirt. Because he's a huge Reds fan. So what's next? I keep leading into these topics. It's disrespectful. It's up to you. It's next, but it's a bit of a down topic. It's going to be a very sad topic, or gloomy.
It was. So it was. Yeah, there was something on Wednesday night that happened. With the Pirates. Speaking of O'Neal Cruz, it happened at the Pirates game. A fan falling from the stands out in right field was caught on tape, caught on camera. That was scary. That was really scary. I haven't seen the latest update. He's in critical condition.
I checked this morning.
I as a show wanted to send our thoughts and prayers to Pittsburgh. That type of stuff is never easy to watch or hear about or talk about, but we did want to mention that on the show, on the program.
Didn't it happen in Texas like years ago? Someone like
yeah,
was like a kid.
Yeah,
fell.
It's happened before.
Yeah.
And the videos, it was just so scary. And it's fun. I was at the Phillies game on Wednesday covering it for the radio station, and we were going down to Rob Thompson's press conference, and a bunch of the reporters started talking about it, started bringing it up, and I started getting alerts on my phone, waiting for the press conference to start, and that was my first view of the whole thing. But as a show, just want to send thoughts and prayers. We're hoping everything goes well out there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, apparently the fan was like, I guess had a lot to drink, and he got really excited when there was a hit, and it's weird. It's really weird if you watch the video.
Yeah,
it was very.
It was 20. Weird, so it was the Clemente wall in right field is 21 feet.
Yeah.
Kevon
That's why
Markwood,
I don't want to. It's
20 years old.
I want to go to Fenway at some point. I don't want to see the Green Monster because I'm afraid something. But they probably have.
Mr. Markwood, we're praying for you. We hope you pull through here.
22, right?
20.
Yeah. So hoping he pulls through, but really scary situation. We don't want it to happen to anybody. Another thing to mention before we get to the close, where we actually have some fun stuff to talk about. I mean, I know you're hyped for both of those topics in the last segment, but Riley Green, how about this? First player ever to have 2 homers in the ninth inning?
In the ninth inning.
Around? Yeah.
This is crazy. You always see those weird things happen in baseball every single year, right? Those anomalies that always happen. It's a big word.
Or how about and I'll stick on topic with this in a similar sense, but Fernando Tatis Sr. hitting 2 grand slams in the second inning back with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
99, maybe somewhere around there. Yeah. So
I love this type of stuff.
Oh yeah, this is why baseball's great. This is why baseball's the best.
And it's funny. His first home run of the ninth, he didn't think was going to go out. He said after the game, he was like, I got it, but it didn't feel too good. I got out of the box because I needed to get on second or third. So he didn't think it was going out, which is even funnier. And then if he comes back, it's another one.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. I love those anomalies. All right, if maybe we could put another poll question now. We might get happy with polls. Or this might be one down the road. What's your favorite baseball anomaly? Something that was
poll. That's just a question.
Yeah. So let us know. Maybe drop a comment or something like that when you're watching the program, and tweet at us or whatever. Yeah. Favorite baseball anomaly.
I said, I think the one that comes off the top of the head to me is Tatis.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Tatis. I mean, there's definitely some other ones out there I'd have to really think about.
It's a fly.
That would
almost got hit in the eye by a fly.
How about
made its way in here? Yeah, good. I'm good. Hey,
I
I did. So you came in and there was a spider that just was hanging from you. You're bringing spiders into the content house.
Even though I'm I'm not arachnophobic. Arachnophobic means you're terrified. I don't like them.
Okay. I mean, spiders aren't too bad for me.
Really? What if you had a tarantula? Would it freak out?
I mean, a wild one.
A wild one? If you had a pet tarantula, I'd be pooping my pants.
Okay.
Just like the Delco woman that pooped in the
Yo,
car.
that was nuts. I saw that.
I don't want to talk about that.
Nobody wants to talk about that.
I mean,
but like you really want. But you want to talk. But nobody wants to talk about it. But you want to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about it because I'm from Delco. That was in Delco. It's a bad look for me.
Ooh, yeah, you are a Delco guy.
I'm not gonna poop on anybody's
You're a
car.
30-year-old Delco guy.
Wait, I'm gonna poop on somebody's car because I'm 30. Yeah, don't screw with somebody at road rage, man. It's not worth it.
South Jersey,
Dude,
baby.
if someone cuts you off or something happens, let them win. Let him or her win. Seriously though, you agree?
Yeah. I mean,
that was a road rage incident.
I know. I can't believe it escalated to that.
I mean, it's
I've
hilarious content.
Got a little upset on the road before. I can't lie, but like I don't know if I ever get out of my car. Don't get out of my car.
It's insane. Yeah, people are
not
crazy.
I know people are nuts. I mean, you got to be careful. But
I mean, I'm just saying, just putting this out there. Who's gonna listen to me? But putting this out there.
How do we get to this?
Tarantulas.
Oh, because of the fly that almost hit me.
That's what's your so let's get to the final segment of the show. So we do, Nick, have an in-person blind ranking. Yes. You're gonna do it to me.
Yep.
I'm excited. Let's go.
All right.
What do I got?
So I came up with this. Yeah, just put your phone. Yeah, no cheating. All right, no cheating. And I'll put the graphic up at the end. We talked about a lot of individuals today on this show, so I wanted to switch it up at the end and talk about some teams. All right, let me pull this up right here. I'll put the graphic up at the end, but what I want you to do is I want you to try and put them in order. Okay, so I want you to try and get the order correct, not just on who you think the best team is. Okay, so this is a team thing. All right, I went back. I was like, what can I do for this one? All right, and what I came up with here is, all right, the most wins in a season, top 5 all time. All right, and I'm going to name off each team out of order. Regular season. Because, we love talking. We started with talking about a regular season player. We're going to talk about some regular season teams at the end of this. You have to try and put them in order. Should we name the teams? I'm going to name the teams.
But you're not going to tell me how many wins they have.
I'm not going to tell you how many wins they have. No. Okay. So try and put them in the correct order. Okay. All right. The 2022 Dodgers. They are up there.
111.
They're in the top 5. Yes.
So I was right. They have 111. You said yes.
Yes, they had 111 wins. But what rank were they all time?
I like this. Okay. I'm going to put them 5th.
Okay. Next, the 1954 Cleveland Indians, who are now the Guardians.
I'm going to put them 4th.
Okay. The 1906 Cubs.
They're tied for the first with the Mariners. So you can just tell me the Mariners. And
the 01 Mariners.
Yeah, they're tied for first. So
and the 1998 Yankees. You put them where?
I have to put them 3rd. That's the only place I can put
them.
Okay.
So tell me your order.
Like, can I redo it or I
just tell me what your order was? No redo it.
So it was Cubs, Mariners, whichever way you want to go. 98 Yankees, 1954 Guardians. Just kidding, Indians, and then the 2022 Dodgers, which I didn't realize.
So I will put it up on the screen. Right there. Computer. Will the computer let us go? Oh, there we go. Boom.
Okay, and that's my order. Okay. Okay.
No, you were wrong. 4 and 5.
Oh, wait, that's the real order.
That's the real order.
Okay. Okay, so I was close. I like that.
You were pretty close.
I like that. So how much did the 98 Yankees have?
So let me
114, I believe, right?
Yep. Got it right here. All right. So the 2001 Mariners, 116. The 1906 Chicago Cubs, 116. The 98 Yankees, 114. And tied. So you were technically right. Dodgers and Indians both had 111.
Okay, I didn't know that. By the way, how many games did the Cubs play in 1906? I'm really curious.
How many losses did they have?
Yeah.
16, 36. So they played 10 less games, so 152.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So the Cubs really have the record?
Yeah, you can make the argument, right?
Unless
Can
they're
make
going
the
to lose
most
10 more
wins.
games.
You know, I'm big on winning, so that's why I want to pick winners at the end. We started with a loser,
Right.
and now we ended with a
Oh,
winner.
what, with Judge? Yeah.
Which team you think's the best out of those 5?
That's a good question. It's hard. I don't know the 1906 Cubs. I know the Guardians or Indians probably have Bob Feller. Yeah.
54, yep.
I mean, that's a tough question to ask.
Which team would you taking?
I was not the Dodgers because they didn't get to the NLCS, I don't believe.
Yeah, they didn't. I think they got knocked out in the first round.
Wait,
right?
2022.
22. So not last year, not the year before.
That was the Phils. Because the Padres.
Yeah, it was that year. Yeah, they lost to the Padres that year. Wow.
So, not the Dodgers. I mean, I'll go with my Yankees, but again, like there's the Mariners didn't win the World Series. They got to the LCS. So
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'll go with the Yankees. What about you?
I can't pick the Yankees. Am I going to pick the Yankees? I'm going to go 1906 Cubs.
This bit's tired. It's a tired bit. Just
why?
Respect the Yankees.
Why?
You know what?
They lost out on the Juan Soto suite. They're a little brother now.
Can we make a bet?
What's the bet?
Just like you did with your Negadelphian thing.
Shout out
You
Mr.
have to
Philadelphia.
buy a Aaron Judge jersey for yourself if the Yankees win the World Series.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. Because I already have a bet with my Yankees buddy.
I have to do though. Like, what do I have to do?
No, you don't have to do anything.
You want on camera? You want to do it? You
So
have to buy and keep
I'll buy it. Yeah, it's fine.
You wear it one time. You have to.
Well, if they win the World
Series, wear it
Series
on the show.
So if they win the World Series, so I have this bet. I think I mentioned it on this show. I've definitely mentioned it on the radio before. My buddy, who's a gigantic New York Yankees fan.
Correct.
Me and him have a pact. When any one of our teams win a championship, that person has to go to the parade. So if the Yankees and wear the jersey. So if the Yankees do win, I'm wearing it no matter what. I will buy it. Okay. If they win the World Series, I will be on Broadway if they win. Not going to happen. That's why I make these bets because it's a lock. It's an absolute lock.
Okay.
Not underappreciated. He's appreciated enough. I'm done.
Okay. All right. Well, no, we're not done because you want to talk about the Kentucky Derby.
I do.
Yeah. What do you got to say for yourself? I don't have much on the Kentucky Derby. What do you have?
I'm excited about the Kentucky Derby. This is going to air after the fact, so I'm picking journalism to win. He is the favorite. Oh. That's my pick. Bob Baffert's back. Do you know who Bob Baffert is?
Is Smarty Jones playing again?
Oh, God.
Where's Secretariat?
So, Bob Baffert's back.
Yeah, I know about
one of the best villains in sports. Who would be a villain?
Is he wrestling? That's Bob Backlund.
Yes.
Is that who it is?
I might just turn his mic off at this point. All right.
Bob Baffert's the
white hair. Yeah.
He got in trouble, right?
Yeah, he got suspended for 2 years because his horse had, on PEDs.
Like Bonds.
Yeah, it's your boy. So I want to ask you this because Bob Baffert's back. It's Kentucky Derby. Who's the biggest villain in baseball right now?
I think 3-4 years ago it would have been Rod Manfred, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it is right now.
That's a great question.
Because we were talking about this on the radio. Yeah, and Bob Baffert, he's a villain in sports.
That's a good
shout out Josh Henning.
Man, who is the
biggest villain in baseball?
Like is it the umpires? Nah. Well, maybe because we're getting closer to.
Was it Angel Hernandez? I mean, now he's gone.
But C.D. Buckner, but people
right now.
People don't hate C.D. Buckner enough. Like I think nerds hate
villain in baseball.
Not Manfred, not right now. Man.
Oh, I got it.
Who you got?
Fisher, the Athletics owner, John Fisher.
Him. I was also going to say the clown that goes to games and catches balls.
Oh.
I can't stand him. I don't even like talking about him. I don't want to mention his name. I'm not going to mention him. You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember.
Top villain, though? No, I think John Fisher would be the top villain from the A's.
Okay.
Owner of the A's.
So any players that we just don't like right now? It was Tatis for a second after he was in PEDs.
But that's lost steam.
Yeah, Yerkes and Profar. No one cares about Yerkes and Profar. No offense.
I'll go Fisher. I think that's
Fisher. That's a good one.
That's it.
All right. I think that's it.
That's it.
That's the show today. That's the
in person.
What'd you think?
I had fun, man. That was fun. Took us forever camera set up.
Did you have your fun getting your ass whooped in 2 of those debates?
I definitely won.
Dude, Cruz
both
versus Cruz.
I won the Cruz debate. I definitely won the judge debate.
Let's ask the people. Maybe we should have a recurring theme. Maybe we should.
Who won that debate?
Because it has to be stuff we disagree on, and we'll put it out there for the fans to vote, and we'll have like an end of the month or an end of the whatever. Like we'll see who's winning.
Yeah. We'll do a tally. Yeah. Let's do it. All right.
Shaking hands with the show.
Yeah, that's enough. It's enough. I gotta get something to eat.
The curse real quick before we go.
No. Stop. Whoa. You've been listening to The Shift. Thank you guys. Whoa. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We very much appreciate it. Follow us on all of the socials. Subscribe on YouTube at The Shift Baseball Show. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Follow us on all the socials. We'll see you. We're out. There goes Francisco. His face is all the way in the camera. Goodbye.